Hi everybody, I decided to do my speech on how to properly treat your employee when you're in a management position. And I believe this starts back at the hiring process. You want to lay the line down immediately when you're interviewing the individual. You want to educate the person about the policies, procedures, and the specific expectations that you're going to have for them when and if they get the position that they are applying for. You want to review the job description in front of them so they can see, again, what the expectations are. Because most of the time when someone's trying to get an interview, especially nowadays, they're just trying to get a job that pays pretty good. So, of course, they're going to sit there and say, hey, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. You want to make sure that they can absolutely understand what is going to be expected for them, and if they can actually even do it. And you also want to make sure you're going to respond to any questions that they have properly and give clear answers. So again, they know that, what, I can do this job, that kind of thing. When you're managing your employees, you're going to have to customize each management approach for each employee. It's obviously each person's going to be different. You're going to want to learn each employee's personality, capabilities, sensitivities, and any other factors that may be applied to that kind of thing. You want to give feedback to them at all times. You want to tell them how they're doing, where they can work on how to improve themselves. You want to give praise. The personal experiences. Just a simple good job. Hey, good job on this assignment. Good job today. You did good on this. Et cetera, et cetera. It sounds good to the person, and it keeps them pumped up. Knows that they're doing a good job. They mean something to the company and also to you as their boss. Make sure you don't treat your employees how you want to be treated, because obviously everyone wants to be treated differently than how you would want to be. But again, it goes back to each and everybody's personalities and stuff like that. You're going to want to provide guidance and direction to any employee that obviously needs it. Even the best guys are still going to need some direction and guidance as they move up through your company. You're going to want to set goals and objectives early and all the time. Every few months, every 6 months, every year. Like, hey, make sure everybody's meeting their goals and expectations. You're going to want to take time to listen to your employees regarding any concerns that they have. You're going to want to learn the key strengths of each employee. Obviously, with respect, you want to do everything that you're doing with respect. Recommend training to any employee that may need it, and do it obviously in a respectful manner, because that can be very offensive, obviously, to someone that thinks they're doing a good job. You don't want to say, hey, I'm going to send you to training because you're not doing a good job on this. You want to have constructive criticism. So obviously, ultimately, you want to help the employee to better themselves, so ultimately you can have higher output and production for your company. Makes you look good, makes them look good. You want to communicate with your employees regularly, because if you don't talk to them, how are you going to know where they're at in the company, how they feel about everything, how they feel about you, how they feel about how you're treating them. You want to find out, like, hey, should I do something differently? What makes them tick? Whether it's a cigarette break, a Red Bull, 5 minutes on Facebook, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, whatever it may be that keeps them fired up and motivated. You're going to want to find what that is, allow them to do it, because obviously it's going to help you, help your company, make everybody look good. And you're going to want to tie everybody's performance to a reward system. And again, you're going to want to customize each of those as well. A simple praise, a simple verbal thank you, again, hey, good job on this assignment, good job on this or that. It keeps the employee knowing that they're doing a good job. They're wanted in the company. They're important not only to the company but also to you, which it'll make them want to do more for you as a boss, rather than just doing it because that's their job. I've seen that a lot in management positions that I've had, where employees just did their job because they had to. You had to, instead of wanting to do their job because they want to help you, they want to help the company, they want to do what you want. So you got to customize that relationship with them. Make sure you don't have any unfair promotions or bonuses to an employee. You don't want to have favorites that can lead to bad things. If an employee stands out, again, praise them, reward them, let everybody know, and that whole kind of thing. So there we go.